The easiest way for you to make coins within FIFA 23 Ultimate Team is by trading. The problem is, most people don't know how to trade. That's why in today's video, we are going to be going through all the trading methods that you should be using for you to efficiently go from 0 all the way up to 500k. But before we do get into the video, if you're looking to skip trading and just have coins on your account, then there is no better place than AOA. Head over there to get yourself some cheap, fast FIFA 23 coins, completely reliable, and if you use Fnatic at checkout, you'll also get yourself a 3% discount. Link can be found in the description down below.
Nice.
When starting Ultimate Team, the first thing that you should be doing is going over to your objectives. They are incredibly easy to complete, and for some of them, you will be rewarded coins. And with those coins, this is when you can start trading. And the first method that I recommend going through is the bronze trading method. With this one, you'll head over to the transfer market, select the quality as bronze, and just go through each player. You do not need to check every player that's listed, but what you're looking out for are those with bids on. Now, I always get questions for this. Why would you look for players with bids on? The answer is because it's a good indication that they are listed below their lowest buy now. All the other players that don't have bids on, there's a reason for that. It's because there are cheaper options listed, but the ones with bids are most likely the cheapest that are currently listed. So once you find a player with a bid on, you'll add them to your watch list and then compare that player's price. This will give you a list of every version that is currently listed for that card. And now you're just trying to compare the current buy nows. So for example, let's say that you came across a bronze player with a 150 coin bid. You'll add them to your watch list, you'll compare the price, and then the cheapest buy now for that card that is currently listed is 400 coins. This means that you can go back to your watch list for the player that you added, place a bid at 200 coins, and if you win them, you can list them at 400, giving you about 180 coins profit after the 5% EA tax, and on top of that, you are still the cheapest listed. This is the easiest method that you can use right from the beginning to kickstart your journey. But you don't want to be using it forever. That's where we go to the next method. This is bulk bidding. Once you get about 10,000 coins, you really need to start looking at some easier trading methods which take less time but can give a decent amount of profit. And this is bulk bidding. With bulk bidding, you are going to find a specific type of player, you're going to find their lowest buy now, and then whatever their lowest buy now is, you're going to take a couple hundred coins away and set that as your maximum bid amount. Now, because we're only starting out and you only have about 10,000 coins, you really should be looking for cheap rare gold players valued anywhere between 800 to 1,000 coins. Now with this player, once you search them for their bid, you're going to go across everyone that's listed and place a bid on every single card that you see until you run out of coins or you max out your watch list at 50 cards. Depending on the type of player that you selected will depend how long you need to wait. The best thing to do is to take the time right now to go into a game. Once that game has finished, you can then back out, go over to your watch list, and hopefully all the players have expired. It's unlikely for you to win every single one of them, but you know you've selected a good player if you've been able to win the majority of them. Now when it comes to listing, you're going to list them at that lowest buy now that you searched for earlier, which does mean that you're only going to be making a couple hundred coins profit per card. But this really starts to add up once you get 10, 20, 30, 40 of them listed all at the exact same time, ready to sell within the first hour. It's no longer you just making a couple hundred coins, but now it's you making thousands of coins. This method in itself can take you up to 100k, but you don't want to be spending all your time doing it. That's why you can go and use the 1-2-3 method. The 1-2-3 method works perfectly with the bulk bidding method once you have about 50,000 coins. You can spend the majority of your coins on the 1-2-3 method, and then for the remaining coins that you have left, you can put that into bulk bidding methods where you're constantly bringing in coins. So with the 1-2-3 method, you're going to go and head over to the transfer market. You're going to select the minimum bid at 10,000 coins, the maximum bid at 20,000 coins, and a minimum buy now at 30,000 coins. Hence why this is called the 1-2-3 method. This is a great way for you to separate the good from bad deals for the mid-tier players within this price range. You're only going to get players that are valued between 10 to 20k but has a buy now above 30k. Now with the players that we're looking at, there's going to be way too many of them for you to compare each individually. That's where you're going to need to use a tool such as Footbin. Footbin is a FIFA 23 database which shows every single player and what they're currently listed for onto the transfer market. This makes it incredibly easy to follow the exact same rules as what we followed with the bronze trade method. You're going to go across each player and look for those which currently have bids on. Yet again, if they have a bid on, it's a good indication that they're listed much lower compared to the others that are listed onto the transfer market. Once you find a player like this, instead of you comparing that player's price, you're going to add them to your watch list, and then you're going to use Footbin to search that player. Footbin will tell you what the current lowest buy now is, and then you're going to go back to the player on FIFA and make a decision. If you place a bid now and you're going to lose coins, then you need to move on to the next one. But if there's room for you to place a bid, make profit, and still be the cheapest listed, then this is where you're going to place a bid. With this, because we're dealing with much better players than bronze players, there's going to be more competition. You're not going to win every single trade, but for the ones that you do win, they're gonna be good deals. With the amount of coins that you currently have at around 50k, it's worth getting 2 or 3 of these trades and then using the rest of your coins on the bulk bidding method, and you'll be at 100k in no time. Once you reach 100k, this is where it's time to start trying to make coins in a fairly lazy way. What I mean by this is it's time for investing. And there is one type of investing that I do religiously. This is special card investing. Now, every single week, EA releases new types of special cards. There are 2 different occasions. The first one is on Wednesday. Every Wednesday, we get a new team of the week. And then every Friday, we get a new promo, which releases whatever type of promo is available at that current moment, but both of which can add loads of special cards into the game. Now, with this type of investing, it's not worth using your coins immediately the second these cards are released into these promos, because that is when they're at their most expensive. But if you wait until 1 week after, where they're about to expire, about to be taken out packs, and a new team is about to be released, that is the prime time. That is when they are at their cheapest before the supply is completely cut. So with this, you are going to analyze the current team and you're going to buy some of the cheapest players. Anyone valued between 10k to 20k is normally pretty decent, especially if they're rated 82 plus. With these players, you're going to buy 1 of each and just send them to your club and keep them there. You're not going to do anything with them. You're going to hold on for them for weeks or potentially even months. And gradually over time, they will increase. The reason that they increase is because as time goes on, there's people that bought into these players when they were first released who are no longer playing FIFA. Those players are still in their account and there's no way for you to get them until that player comes back to list them on the transfer market, which is unlikely. The second reason is because they're used for SBCs. Whenever an SBC is released which requires a team of the week player, you're not going to be going for 90 plus rated cards. You're going to go for the cheapest. Sometimes they require you to have a rating. That's why it's good to go for 80 plus rated players, because it's likely that they're the ones that are going to be selected the most, yet again affecting the overall supply of the market. And gradually as this keeps on going on, they become rarer and rarer, forcing their price to increase. I've been doing this method since the beginning of FIFA 23, but it's also worked in every other FIFA that I've played. You do not want to rely 100% on this, so don't put all your coins into this because you will be needing to wait a few weeks. But it's worth using all the other trading methods that we've mentioned so far to build up a coin balance. And let's say that you're able to make 100k per week. You're going to use 50k to buy just 5 of these players. With the rest of your coins that you have left, you can now use that to continuously keep on building your coins so you can keep on progressing through these trading methods. But you're constantly building up your club value as you're adding more and more special cards to your club. That way you're able to invest and you're able to trade, constantly increasing the amount of coins that you have available. And when the time comes, you'll sell all of these team of the weeks, which will hopefully add millions to your account, depending how long that you do this for. And this brings us to our final method for today's video, which will take you to 500k and above. This is the icon method. The icon method follows the exact same rules as what we did with the bronze method and the 1-2-3 method. Instead of you selecting bronze as your quality or putting in bidding parameters, you are just going to select the quality to be icons. Now you're going to go through and you're going to yet again look for players with bids on. You add them to your watch list and then compare that player's price. Because we're dealing with icons, even though they're much higher rated compared to anything that we've been able to deal with so far, they're also extremely rare, so you don't need to use footbin to find the lowest buy now. You can just add them to the watch list and compare the player's price. Now things are slightly different because we're dealing with much more expensive players. At a minimum, the cheapest icon that you're going to be dealing with is going to be anywhere between 50 to 70k, but this can really ramp up where you're looking at icons for hundreds of thousands of coins. Of course, because we're trying to trade to 500k, we can't really push beyond that as of right now, but it goes without saying that there are icons worth millions. But because we're dealing with such high price players, that 5% EA tax is no longer just going to take a couple hundred coins, it's going to take thousands of coins. So you need to make sure that there's enough room for you to always make profit whilst still being one of the cheapest listed. You don't need to be the cheapest with this, you just need to be one of the cheapest. And if you find a card that's listed like that which fits those parameters, you place a bid, you win that trade, and then you list them back onto the transfer market. With this, you're probably going to win about 4, maybe 5 out of 10 that you bid on. You're really not going to be able to win as many as what you've been able to do with the bronze trading method or the 1-2-3 method. But now, because we're dealing with icons, you should be able to make a lot more coins per trade. We're talking 5k, 10k, potentially even more, especially once you start to look at those worth a couple 100,000 coins each. A big tip with trading with icons, you may need to relist them several times in order for them to sell, but the best thing that you can do is list them 12 hours overnight. When you list players overnight, there's so many other people that play this game that forget to do it, so the supply drops. This also means that if you're the person that remembers to do this, because there's less supply, you have a higher chance of selling the cards that you've listed. Plus on top of that, especially with icons, you can actually increase them by a few thousand coins and they'll still be able to sell, so that you're able to maximize your profit and also guarantee a sell overnight. But anyway guys, these are the trading methods in which you should be using within FIFA 23 Ultimate Team in order for you to go from 0 all the way up to 500k. And this can be done fairly quickly depending how much time that you're dedicating to the game. Even quicker if you're playing matches in between every time that you are trying to trade, whether it's winning deals or waiting for them to sell. If you do have any questions about anything, then please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. But anyway guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going to see ya.